So this is more of a serious video. There have been reports lately that Chase has been shutting down accounts. Specifically, the reasons as of late have been because people applying through the Just For You links, which are the links that Chase will send you if you are pre-approved for any credit cards. By applying through these links, you're bypassing the 524 rule, but it's also triggering shutdowns. Another recent reason is when people are applying for generated links, which are also bypassing the 524 rule, those people who are applying through those links and getting approved are also being shut down. I definitely don't want you to have your Chase account shut down, so in this video I'm going to go over the red flags that Chase is looking for when they shut down accounts, as well as give you some strategies to make sure that your account never gets shut down. And if you're new here and you want to learn how to travel anywhere almost free by using credit cards and travel points, start now by subscribing and hitting the bell so you don't miss a thing. So a lot of people have been talking about the recent Amex shutdown. So if you're not familiar, Amex has been shutting down accounts because people have been using their own self-referral links, and that has triggered Amex shutdowns. And almost nobody's talking about the recent Chase shutdown. So found this information through the Reddit links, people reporting that their Chase accounts being shut down because of the links that they're applying through. To give some personal context of where I stand with Chase, I've opened 11 Chase credit cards to date. There are 7 Chase credit cards that are open, 3 personal, 4 business. Just in the past 15 months alone, I've been able to open 4 Chase Inc. credit cards. My 524 status, I've been over 524 since 2012, and I'm filming this video in December of 2019. I've opened 51 credit cards total, and there are 15 credit cards total that are active at the moment. Some people have told me that my Chase account will probably be shut down because of my credit card behavior, but it won't, because I'm following certain rules and strategies, which I'm going to share later on in the video. And honestly, if I didn't follow these strategies, my account would most likely be shut down. First, let's go over specifically what a Chase account shutdown is. So if Chase decides to shut down an account, they'll send you a letter saying that your account is shut down. You have 30 days to use your Chase Ultimate Reward points. And there have been reports that they don't just shut down all of your credit cards, so you won't have any access to your credit cards, but they've also been known to shut down checking and saving accounts or any accounts associated with Chase. Pretty much Chase wants to cut all ties with anybody that they're shutting the accounts down on. And once Chase shuts down an account, the data points that I've seen is that it'll take at least 2 years before you can become a customer and get back into the Chase system. Now let's get into the reasons of why Chase will shut down an account, and make sure you pay attention to all these reasons so you don't have your Chase account shut down. First reason is if you have too much credit with Chase. Chase has a 50% rule, which means that they'll allow you 50% credit limit of whatever reported income you put on your application. So to make the number simple, if you make $100,000 a year, you're only allowed $50,000 in credit limit between all of your Chase credit cards. That's personal and business. Now, if you're getting close to that 50% mark and you apply for a new card, most likely the card will be pending or denied, and then you just call up the recon line and then ask for the credit to be shifted around. And if your credit's lower than that, then most likely you'll get an instant approval, assuming everything else is okay. But sometimes they do shut down an account if you're at that, if you're over that 50% mark. So make sure you pay attention to how much credit limit you have compared to the reported income on the application. Personally, when I got approved for the Chase Sapphire Reserve card back in 2016, I got a $32,000 credit limit, which is really big. So I let it slide for a few years just until I was able to get a few Chase credit cards. And as I mentioned before, I was over 524 when I got the Chase Sapphire Reserve card, as well as every card after that. In the past 5 months, I've been able to be approved for 3 Chase Inc. credit cards, and the way I was able to do that is every time before I would apply, I would call up, lower my credit limits. I believe the lowest you could lower your credit limit is $3,000, so I didn't make it that low, but I made sure I was definitely below that 50% mark of my reported income. Next reason for a shutdown is being over 524 and applying through certain links on the internet. So if you apply for one of those Just For You links where it says you're pre-approved for the Chase Sapphire Preferred and apply through this link, and then you get approved, Not always, but Chase has shut down accounts for people approved through those links. So if you're over 524 and you do want to get approved for more Chase credit cards, I recommend going in branch. So if you go to the branch and you sit down with someone and see if you're pre-approved, then apply. From my research, I've never found anyone to be shut down that way, and that's how I've been able to open the Chase Sapphire Reserve, Chasing Preferred, Chasing Cash, and 2 Chase Ink Unlimited by applying in the branch. Next reason for a shutdown is if your spend doesn't match your reported income on the application. So if you report your income as $50,000, but yet you're spending $100,000, $150,000, $200,000 on your Chase credit cards, that is suspicious behavior to Chase, and that could be a reason that they shut down your account. But usually with this reason, Chase will do a review on your account before actually shutting it down. So for anyone doing creative spending out there, just don't do too much. Try to space it out between many different cards and try to keep it below the income that you report on your application. To give you an idea of another way that Chase will shut down your account is to know what a bust out scheme is. So Chase has algorithms to prevent bust out schemes from happening. A bust out scheme is when somebody opens up multiple credit cards, they have good credit, they're paying everything on time, then they get more credit limit, more credit cards, and then they spend as much as possible on the credit cards and max out the credit limits and then completely disappear. So to avoid that happening, Chase put a bunch of different checks in place to make sure that doesn't happen. And so a lot of these red flags that I'm mentioning on the list are part of the bust out scheme prevention. So if you look at it from Chase's perspective, they want good customers who are paying on time and reasonable and aren't doing too many crazy activities. The only issue is if you're in the credit card hobby and want to earn a lot of points and miles, a lot of the behavior to do so is very similar to bust out schemes. Even though we are completely honest and we're following the rules, the behavior between bust out scheme and accumulating a lot of miles and points can cause shutdowns. Another reason for Chase shutdowns have been cycling credit limits. So for example, let's say your credit limit on your credit card is $5,000 and within one statement period, you spend $5,000, pay it all off, spend another $5,000, pay it all off. Do that a few times. That's called cycling the credit limit. Even though all of the purchases could be completely legit, you're not doing anything dishonest, Chase looks at this as suspicious behavior and will most likely shut down your account. Personally, I like to pay off my credit card bills sometimes a couple of times throughout the month. That's not a big deal, especially if you're not using all of your credit limit. But if you're doing your regular purchases and you decide to pay it off, that's fine. But I recommend doing automatic payments on Chase. This way, at the end of the month, it'll pay off your balance in full, and just in case you forget to do it manually, or something happens, life happens, and you avoid late payments by doing this. So if you or anyone you know has had the Chase credit card account shut down, put it down in the comments below. Let us know what happened, or if I didn't cover any of the red flag shutdowns, put that in the comments below so we could help each other out and make sure our Chase accounts don't get shut down. Now, if your Chase account does get shut down, Chase allows you to file an appeal within 30 days. So if for whatever reason they shut down your account, but everything you're doing is completely legitimate and honest, then you could write an appeal within the 30 days. And some people have been able to get the appeal approved and not have their account shut down, or actually just get their shutdown reversed. And if Chase does shut down an account, then you have 30 days to use your Chase Ultimate Reward points. You could use it through the travel portal. You could cash them out for cash at a 1 cent per point ratio. And probably the best move is to use them for transfer partners. So you could transfer to your favorite loyalty program, for example, Hyatt if you want to. And they also reserve the right to not let you use the points. They could actually close down your account and seize your Chase Ultimate Reward points and not let you use it if they feel that you've misused the rewards program according to the terms and conditions. Another reason for a Chase account shutdown is if you have too many authorized users on your credit cards. So Chase allows you to have 10 authorized users total between all of your Chase accounts, but for one single Chase credit card account, you're only allowed to have 3 authorized users. So if you have multiple Chase credit cards and you decide to have authorized users on all of them, and it adds up to 10, then Chase will shut down your account. And if you want to learn more about Chase credit cards and how to avoid making common Chase mistakes, I recommend clicking this video right over here or this link down here, and I'll see you in the next video.